Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to do further more questions for exponents. And these all questions have been picked from NCERT Exemplar. As you can see on the screen, I have pasted question 14 of the second exercise from Exemplar. And these all questions are actually important. So now do watch this video completely so as to understand how to do each of the questions properly. Okay, let's start. Now, the first question is 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube whole to the power of 1 by 2. Now, we have got certain terms and the outside power is 1 by 2. So that means we have to first solve whatever is inside in the bracket. Remember BODMAS. It is an important thing for whatever you do in maths. It always applies. And according to that only, we are going to open the bracket first. That is simplify the bracket. So starting with it, what we have is 1 cube. 1 cube means 1. 2 cube is 8. 3 cube is 27. The outside power remains as it is, which is half, right? 1 plus 8, 9. 9 plus 27 is 36. Now, the power of half is still outside. What is the power of half means? It means square root. And square root of 36, everyone is aware, which is just 6. So it was the simplest question over here where we just had to do 3 steps and we got the answer. Okay. Now moving on to the next one. Now we can see over here we have 3 rational numbers having different powers, but we have got 5 as a common denominator in all of them. So now how will we do this? I'm going to open up the bracket and allocate the power to each of the numerator and denominator separately. So what we get? We get 3 to the power 4 over 5 to the power 4 into 8 to the power minus 12 over 5 to the power minus 12 into 32 to the power 6 and 5 to the power 6. 3 and 5 that we can see over here are prime numbers, but 8 and 32 are composite numbers, and moreover, not just composite, they are the powers of 2. 8 is 2 cube and 32 is 2 to the power 5. Remember, in the last videos also, I have told multiple times that 32, when we are talking about exponents, is a highly important number. You will see recurrent questions over here, means frequent questions again and again, where you will see 32 appearing, right? So do remember that 32 is always 2 to the power 5. So now we are just going to break those composite numbers in easy prime number before we do anything else. 8 means 2 cube. The outside minus 12 remains as it is. 32 means 2 to the power 5. And we have 6 outside. This is what we get, right? Now, 3 to the power 4 remains as it is. What I'm going to do, I'm going to multiply 3 and minus 12. That gives me minus 36. 5 and 6 gives us 30. In the denominator, I'm going to club all the powers of 5. I can add them because what I have got a single base having different powers and the base is being multiplied. So I get 4 plus minus 12 plus 6. See, I am writing each and every step in detail so that you understand. If I wanted, I could have written 4 minus 12 plus 6, but I'm writing 4 plus minus 12 intentionally so that you understand I'm not subtracting but adding. Now what do we get? 3 to the power 4 into 2 to the power minus 36 plus 30. I added these two powers also because same base. And what do we get in the denominator? 4 minus 12 is minus 8. Minus 8 plus 6 is minus 2. So now we are getting, I'll do it over here. We are getting 3 to the power 4 into 2 to the power minus 6 upon 5 to the power minus 2. Now I'll take 5 up because 5 was in the denominator having a negative power. So I will take it up and the power becomes positive. And simultaneously, I'll bring 2 down because it had a negative power on top. So after coming down, it will become positive. And now the last step. 3 to the power 4 is 81. 5 to the power 2, 25. 2 to the power 6, 64. And now when you multiply 81 and 25, you will get 2025. And hence, the answer is 2025 by 64. This was a bit of lengthy question, but still a very easy one where we just had to simplify things carefully. Exponents is all about patience. You have to do the same laws, apply the same laws, but carefully and patiently. Okay, let's start with the third now. It is an easier one. We have got a simple rational number which is 1 by 27 having a power of negative 2 by 3. Now, there are three components in the power. First, negative. Second, we have got a root which is 3, and then we have got a power which is 2. So I will solve the negative first, then I will do the root, cube root, and the last I will apply the power of 2. So first, applying the negative. Negative means I'm going to reciprocal. So it gives me 27. And now the power I'm left is 2 by 3. Now I will do cube root. Cube root of 27. I will write over here like that. And square remains now. Cube root of 27 is 3. 3 square is 9. And here we got our final answer as 9. I told you it is a very easy one. Let's start with the fourth. Okay. What we can see over here, we have got a single number inside, but it has 3 powers with multiple brackets, right? How to do such questions? Remember the law, a to the power n, outside n, and the powers multiply. The only difference between this law and the quotient is the law states only about 2 powers, the quotient has 3 powers. However, it doesn't matter. Even if you have more powers, we can multiply them, right? So I'm just going to do that. 625 remains as it is. I am multiplying all the powers. This is what we get. Now, 2 and 2 got cancelled. Negative negative becomes positive. That means I am left with 625 having a power of 1/4. Now, what does 1/4 means? It means 4th root of 625. So what is 4th root of 625? And the answer comes out to be just 5. It is a pretty easy question. It's just that multiple brackets do scare some children. However, still it is an easier one. Next question, 5th. What we have over here, 9 having a power of 1/3, 27 having a power of negative half. Now 3 in the denominator having a power of 1 by 6, and again a 3 having a power of negative 2 by 3. So let's start solving. First, I will simplify 9 and 27. 9 can be written as 3 square, outside 1 by 3. Then 27 can be written as 3 cube, outside minus half. In the denominator, we have 3 to the power 1 by 6 into 3 to the power negative 2 by 3. Now at this stage, we can see that we have got same base all on top and bottom as well. So we can easily club the powers. What I will do, I will add the powers in the numerator and subtract the powers I will subtract the sum of the powers from the denominator. Okay, let's start doing that. First these two gets multiplied. I will have 2 by 3 over here. Then these two will also get multiplied. So plus minus 3 by 2. Now, the power from the denominator will go up and it will subtract, right? So I will have minus 1 by 6. And then I will have minus 2 by 3. I'm writing this bracket so that it clears you. Now, what do we get? 3, 2 by 3, minus 3 by 2, negative 1 by 6, plus 2 by 3. This is what we get, right? I am going to add these two powers. So it gives me 3 to the power 4 by 3 minus, just a moment, it was supposed to be 4 by 3 minus 3 by 2 and minus 1 by 6. We can see we have got an expression on top in the powers. We need to just simplify that easily as a fraction, addition, subtraction. So what we have, 3 having a power and the LCM is 6. So what we get is 4 2s are 8 and 2 3s are 2 3 sorry. It's going to be 3 3s are 9 and the last it's just -1. So what we get over here is 3 to the power -2 by 6, right? That gives me 3 to the power -1 by 3. Now, many children leave answer at this stage, but it is always recommended that when you are having an answer in the negative power, do convert that in a positive power, unless the question asks for a negative power, right? So my answer is 1 over 3 to the power 1 by 3. Okay, let's move on to the next 6th question. The question is 64 having a power of -1 by 3 multiplied by 64 1 by 3, 64 2 by 3. Now, we have same base, but two bases are in the bracket getting subtracted and one base is outside multiplying with the bracket. There is no exponential rule for when the bases are being added or subtracted, so please be careful of that. The first step is simplify 64. 64 can be simplified in multiple ways. It can be something with the power of 2, something with the power of 4, and something with the power of 8 as well. However, I will always suggest break it into the simplest possible manner. So 64, I will write 2 to the power 6. It becomes 2 to the power 6 -1 by 3 is outside. And similarly in the bracket as well, 2 to the power 6, 1 by 3 minus 64, sorry, not 64, but 2 to the power 6, 2 by 3, right? Now, these two brackets upon multiplication, what does they give us? It gives -2, they give 2, and they give 4. This is what we get. Now, the question appears to be easier, right? So, 2 to the power -2 still waiting outside. 2 square is 4. 2 to the power 4 is 16, right? Now, 4 minus 16 is -12. This was having a negative power. So, I'm going to take it down. That is 2 to the power 2 comes down, which is 4. And my answer is -3. This quotient becomes easy because we have converted into 2 to the power 6. If you try to do like that, otherwise, if you want to convert having a power of 4 also, it is still going to be fine. But I will suggest not to convert this with a power of 8 square. Otherwise, you will keep on doing calculations. Okay. Now, the last question for this video, we have 8 to the power 1/3, 16 to the power 1/3, and 32 to the power -1/3. All have 8, 16, 32. All can be converted having got 2 as a base. So let's do that. 2 cube, 1 by 3 outside. 2 to the power 4, 1 by 3 outside. 2 to the power 5, -1 by 3 outside. Okay. One more thing now, what we can see, I'll just write it down. 2 3 by 3 into 2 4 by 3 into 2 5 by 3. Now what happened over here? I took the denominator on top because it was having a negative power. And one more thing over here, all the 2's, there are 3 2's over here, all of them having a power of 1 by 3 common. I'm going to take that out. So 2 cube into 2 to the power 4 into 2 to the power 5. And outside I'm having 1/3. Okay. See, I could have added the powers just like that. 3 plus 4 plus 5. That is also fine. But I'm doing it like that. So now what do we get? We will add the powers. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 into 1/3. This becomes 4. So 2 to the power 4. And the answer comes out to be 16, which is the final answer. So in this video, we solved a whole set of 7 questions from NCERT Exemplar, and they are pretty important to understand what exponents is. And I'm 100% sure that in the whole year of class 9, you will see either of these questions in at least one of your school tests. So do practice them well, and happy learning.